Well, happy Friday, John. Happy Friday, Lena. So, we're having a talk this morning. We're still detoxing from parasites. Anybody can get a parasite. Right now, I'm talking about the physical. We'll get into the psychological later. But anyone can get a parasite, especially if you work a lot around animals. That's why, they always talk about it on farms and stuff. People needing to get rid of parasites, and a lot of the animals have to get injections against parasites and all this stuff. But there are natural remedies that are thankfully seem to be working very well for me. And my symptoms hadn't gotten too severe before we self-diagnosed. Actually, the home team helped me with that. I did not see a general practitioner. I am being serviced by the home team, and they have been serving as my intuitive holistic healers this whole time. And everything that they do is always right on. This is a process. So, again, for the parasites, we are using diatomaceous earth, ingesting it, a lot of water, a lot of liquids, a lot of tea, oil of oregano, cayenne, and other herbs. And if anyone is interested in any of this type of thing, please contact me on Facebook or on Instagram. The links are here on YouTube. You can find me anywhere online. John? Okay. Lena is also recovering from having to be exposed to a online parasite, a cyberbully, a little insipid cyberbully, like a nasty little mosquito, but enough to cause a psychological parasite in Lena, because it brought up feelings in her of when she was a young woman being stalked and harassed for about 4 years by an ex-lover, right? And how do you compare the two? A little insipid bully online who is a John Lennon fan and obsessed with John Lennon. It's still a form of fixation, having someone being fixated on you. And it brings up feelings of post-traumatic stress disorder in Lena, for knowing that someone is so fixated on her that, let's face it, the woman is still, she's watching this right now. Yes, right. And I'm watching you, lady. But we don't really think of you as a lady. We think of you as a nasty little bully. So, now this is not to think that Lena is backing down or anything like that. But parasites are parasites, and they need to be eradicated, yes, before they gain momentum and really do some toxic damage to their hosts, right? Yeah, what John was saying this morning really makes perfect sense. Those are the feelings that came up after a while, that this person was constantly dogging all of my moves on Quora, and going around and just being completely fixated by me. And I still feel sick from it, that she's still doing it, because she feels, I don't know what she feels, but she acts like she's vindicated, because now that's like the craziest part, is that now she has, like, you know claims to be on the same journey that I'm on with John, which is just not so. But again, it's really the post-traumatic stress disorder of having someone be fixated and wanting to damage you somehow that makes them a human parasite. So I'm detoxing from that, and detoxing from exposure to this type of negativity. And it's a process, yeah. Because it does bring up those old feelings, and we've been blogging on it as well. Been blogging on it as well. Now, and that is helpful. Yeah, because the key word here is she is insipid and she is powerless. She's a very powerless person in her life. She has felt that she has had to really stick up for herself because she's been bullied, because it's a whole thing and it runs deep. And as you know from dealing with bullies in your past, Lena, they all have, they're very weak, right? They're very weak. And the internet is really a perfect place for frightened little rabbits like this parasite, right? That they can come off like they're like Miss or Mr. Big Britches. All of a sudden they're behind a computer, a keyboard, and they're gonna, yeah, that's the thing. Like, uh, it's like, wow, you don't even know somebody. You don't know my journey. You don't know what I've been through. You have no, except what I've shown you. And that's only the tip of the iceberg out there. But you have come to believe that you know me and you can diagnose me with, all kinds of mental problems, which, hey, I've been through therapy my whole life. I have never been saner or more sober. And I know my truth. And you out there, you think you can rob me of my truth and take over my truth and say, "Oh no, you're not going through that, Lena. That's my thing I'm going through because I deserve that in my life." Well, that's your mental illness out there. And that's where the exposure to your parasitic behavior needs to be eradicated. Yeah. I'm not alone in this. People go through this a lot, and this is just uh, well, we say public service. Is that what this is? Of course it is. Of course. It's Lena. It's just another part of the journey. But this is absolutely, we're still doing service, right? This parasite is helping us to do service for others who are going through. You think other people are not going through being cyber stalked by somebody in this big crazy scheme of things? Right. Right. All right, so we're still doing service. That's right. Yes, of course. Third night of the full moon. Well, actually, third day of the full moon. The sun is just coming up. It is just past 5 a.m. Oh, what's going on for today? Well, it's too early to start singing because Christopher's snoring away in there. Yeah, and the kittens are snoring too, and let's keep them snoring as long as possible. They're on rampage lately. The kittens are becoming cats quickly, and they are rampaging. Oy vey. They're driving the big cats crazy, and it is a nut house over here. But it's funny, but you just hear them running around constantly, boom, 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 knocking. A couple of glasses broke yesterday. I heard that in the other room. It's like, oh God, what, Christopher? Hey, Father's Day, Johnny. Yeah, this weekend is Father's Day. What do you want for Father? Oh, I just love having you off social media as much as possible. I really just like having you to myself. This is great. We did our job, Lena. We did our job over there. On to other forums. Well, now where do you have in mind? Oh, we got a great forum lined up, a brand new platform. Don't be surprised if the parasite tries to follow you to. Well, she's already followed us to Reddit, and she better not show up there again because, well, if she does, we'll deal with it. But she might. She's getting a little. You think you're withdrawing. You think you're withdrawing from parasite disease, right? And yeah, there are die-off symptoms when you're getting rid of a parasite. They can be like I'm talking about the intestinal right now. They can be flu-like symptoms, and I feel it a little bit today, like a lethargy and a little bit of a headache. That's the worst of it. I'm in pretty good shape, so John says I'm going to kick this really quick. Lots of green juice too. But as far as the person, the stalker, um, there is a detoxification process to that too, and actually feeling like this fog lifting, like oh, again, I don't have to look at that fucking face, yeah, like stupid, pious, creepy face of hers. And John, you said I don't have to feel bad about saying that about her. No, you don't. You know what? Karma's a bitch. It's only going to get worse too because she can't stop following us. Right. You know? And all this talked about her right now, she needs to hear it. Don't feel bad one bit. The same way that you told your story about the guy that did this to you. And how therapeutic that was. So, karma is a bitch. And it's not always instant. But it's torture for her. Because all she does is check now to see when you're going to make another video. And all she does is go over to your other platforms and see what you're doing over there. I saw her on her face on Twitter. Not her face. Is her face on Twitter? She has a Twitter account, and she's the most boring person, and nobody responds to her. And she talks like she's got all these friends that are listening to her out there. And she's a very lonely, uh, ineffectual person who has really no sense of humor. She's damaged as hell. And I don't know, maybe I can't feel sorry for her right now. She's done too much damage to me. So that's what I'm striving for, is to feel compassion for her. But it took me a very long time to feel any kind of real compassion for my stalker when I was a young woman being stalked by an ex-boyfriend. And, the damage that he did to me was so intense. And you build up this real hatred, for how this person is trying to, control your moves. And so the forgiveness for me was a long time coming. But I do forgive him now. And feel very sorry that he had to behave that way. Because I think that something really bad happened to him. Must have. Something very insidious happened to him. Is it possible he was just a bad seed? He had friends who liked him. What do you think, John? Well, that's for God to. You did your best, and you do have forgiveness for him, and I love you for that. So, I don't know how long it'll take me to forgive this freak online, but maybe she'll think twice next time she decides to try to judge somebody without knowing. Well, the whole thing was that she's in love with you, right? And there's a lot of them out there. They love Johnny. They think they're gonna, protect him, or I don't know. He's with me, so la di da, la di da. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, so you're not adding much to this. This is just a therapeutic talk. Bowie said, you guys are really hashing this out. Turn the camera on. Yeah, Bowie said, hi, Bowie. Hey. Happy Father's Day almost, yeah. So what are you kids going to do for Father's Day? What are you going to do? I think I'm going to go to the mountains. Well, I'm pretty sure Iman's going to the mountains with Mars, and I'm going to go meet her there. Well, I'm always with her. So. Yeah, like Bowie and Iman have a place up in the Catskills, right across the canyon from our place and up there. We're neighbors, yeah, we're mountain neighbors. And they have this adorable Cocker Spaniel named Mars, Life on Mars. Iman writes about Mars. And go on Instagram, look for Iman and Mars. It's the most adorable dog. And she also posts absolutely beautiful pictures of their property in the Catskills. So that's nice, Bowie. What's your favorite thing to eat, Bowie? I like the scallops. I like fresh seafood. I'm big for that. So what do you think you're going to get Christopher? Well, he's such a good daddy, and the kittens are making him sick to his stomach. The one cat climbed up his leg yesterday and got him in the privates. He said he screamed. I didn't hear him. We were too busy watching Sister Wives. Yeah, watching Sister Wives. But poor Christopher, and he's such a good dad. I mean, he's the one who's been taking them to the vet appointments, and he loves them, Lena. He really loves them. I know he does. Yesterday, he was almost in tears because there's a big orange cat outside that wants to come in, but it seems like it sits at our window and looks inside at the other cats all happy and lazing around on the couch in here and stuff. And Christopher was almost crying. He said, that big orange cat is so lonely. He's tried to bring this other cat in, believe it or not, but the other cat is too afraid to come inside. And actually, I don't know. I think that they would fight. I don't trust another full-grown cat to come in off the street. What do you think, John? Give it a little time. But in the meantime, the kittens have to get one more set of shots. Also, they're not fixed, right? They're not fixed, Lena, and you don't want to bring that, oh, wow. That could be another reason why that cat is out there. Are they old enough to... there's two females in here. They may not be in heat yet, but they will be, and that cat knows it. Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah. Oh, geez. Could you imagine? No, we don't imagine. So don't worry. You give that other cat plenty of food out there. You have a whole colony out in the yard. Don't worry about him being lonely. He wants the young ones. Oh, my God. He wants my girls. No, you cannot have them. This is my babies. All right, I'll tell Christopher that. Hey, he wants to screw the babies. Don't feel so bad for them, yeah. Well, okay, so we should do something special for Father's Day. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah, let's work on that. We'll make him a card. All right, we'll do a really nice card for him. Well, I already gave him his present, that mosaic chalkboard of Maisie. Yeah, that's true. You did give him a present already. So I guess it's down to what to make him for dinner. Yeah. Well, we'll figure something out. But I want to do something for you for Father's Day, John. You're such a good father. Just let's play with the kittens and snuggle up and talk to the kids. Oh, okay. I will hook up with Shawnee and Jules on Twitter. There'll be plenty going on. Instagram too. Yeah, if anyone out there still wants to keep in touch with us, Instagram, we're pretty active on there. We have some nice friends on Instagram. Yeah, it's like a really laid back, and we don't have to answer any stupid twin flame questions anymore. Oh, that's another thing. Just thinking of like, oh my God, these questions, they're so bad. I don't want to make fun of people, but get a grip with all that. I looked at the twin flame subjects on Reddit, and I was like, John, I'm not going to get involved with the twin flame community on here. I hope you don't mind. No, not at all. We can look at it, but we're not going to answer any questions on Reddit. Yeah, we have, we just post videos and stuff on Reddit. We're just there as a presence to show that we're there. I'm not really engaged. Oh, and we go on the art page. We post mosaics and paintings. Hey, we haven't done a painting in a while. Well, we've been painting plaques and stuff. Yeah, but we haven't done a painting. Any ideas? We'll come up with something. Well, can't you just slow down and you just finished that mosaic of the saints, right? We put it up there on the Hi, Mother and Father. Hey. We put it up there, but you can't see it. Hi, Father. What are you doing for Father's Day? I'd like to be proud of my children. Yes. What can we do to make you proud? Be loving. Be compassionate. Really try to be understanding. All right, so Father, are you telling me that I think you have a lot of pain, and that anytime someone attacks you, those old wounds just are ripped open. Now, daughter, I have compassion for you. And you're entitled to your reaction. And my wish is that you have compassion for those who can't control themselves. You have so many gifts. You have so many opportunities. You have so much love. And you have so much of John in you, around you, for you. He is you. And no one can take that from you. So you can put your sword down, and that would make me proud. Have compassion for those not as fortunate, not as enlightened, for those in pain. They know not what they do, but you do, daughter, beloved daughter. I love you. Father, Johnny. Mother.